Friends, let's talk about a very significant development from the Trump administration. In a move that signaled a major escalation in his immigration policy, former President Donald Trump appointed a figure known for his hardline stance to a newly created position, the border czar. This was not just another bureaucratic appointment, it was a clear statement of intent. The person chosen for this role was Thomas Homan, the former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. Homan was a known quantity, a career law enforcement officer who had become a vocal and public defender of Trump's most aggressive immigration enforcement tactics. His appointment was designed to send a shockwave through the system and to those considering crossing the border illegally. So who exactly is Thomas Homan? He is not a politician. Homan is a seasoned law enforcement professional with over 3 decades of experience. He began his career as a Border Patrol agent in 1984. From there, he steadily climbed the ranks. His entire career was built around enforcing America's immigration laws. This background is crucial to understanding why he was chosen. He wasn't a diplomat or policy theorist, he was an operator. Trump saw in Homan a reflection of his own America First ideology, especially concerning the border. Homan was fiercely loyal and had publicly praised the president's tough approach, often appearing on news channels to defend policies facing intense criticism. Trump wanted someone who would not just manage the border, but dominate it. Now let's break down the most shocking part, Thomas Homan's promise to bring hell. These were not just empty words, they described an aggressive doctrine of enforcement. He signaled a zero-tolerance policy on a scale not seen before, unleashing the full force of federal law enforcement on anyone involved in illegal immigration. Migrants, smugglers, coyotes, American citizens aiding them. The days of perceived leniency were over and intense, unrelenting enforcement was about to begin. Massive workplace raids, targeting businesses that employed undocumented workers, turn off the jobs magnet, accelerate deportations cutting through legal backlogs, end catch and release, indefinite detention, remain in Mexico program, asylum seekers forced to wait in Mexico, significant legal and prosecutorial push, work with DOJ to criminally prosecute many more for illegal entry, criminal charges before deportation, serve time in prison, permanent criminal records, aim to be a powerful deterrent, target sanctuary cities, threaten to withhold federal funding, force compliance with ICE, deterrence through fear and consequence. Every raid, every arrest, every deportation was meant to be a message broadcast to the world: do not come to the United States illegally. To understand the appointment of a border czar and the bring hell promise, we must look at the broader context of immigration during Trump's presidency. From the very beginning of his 2016 campaign, cracking down on illegal immigration was Trump's signature issue. He promised to build a wall on the southern border and make Mexico pay for it. His administration implemented controversial policies like the zero-tolerance family separation policy, which led to thousands of children being separated from their parents at the border. There were also travel bans targeting several Muslim-majority countries. The political climate was extremely polarized, with immigration becoming one of the most divisive issues in modern American history. Homan's appointment and his aggressive rhetoric were met with a firestorm of controversy and criticism. Immigrant rights organizations, civil liberties groups, Democratic politicians immediately condemned the move. They argued that Homan's approach was inhumane and violated international laws regarding asylum seekers. Critics called his bring hell promise a declaration of war on vulnerable migrant families, not criminal cartels. They feared widespread human rights abuses, racial profiling, and the terrorizing of immigrant communities living in the United States, regardless of legal status. So what did this all mean for the future of the United States border and immigration policy? The appointment of a hardline border czar like Thomas Homan was a clear signal that the administration was doubling down on its most aggressive instincts. It meant maximum enforcement would become reality. For migrants and asylum seekers, the border was set to become an even more formidable barrier. For immigrant communities within the United States, it meant increased fear and uncertainty. As raids and deportations became more present, people could expect immediate increases in ICE operations. This included more high-profile workplace raids, arrests near sensitive locations like courthouses, and general ramping up of detentions. On the border, stricter enforcement of remain in Mexico, and faster deportation processing. Looking ahead, this set the stage for prolonged legal and political battles. Every enforcement action would be challenged in court, creating cycles of policy announcements, lawsuits, and court injunctions. The border czar's actions would become central to the national debate about what kind of country America wants to be, a nation of laws that enforces borders at all costs, or a nation of immigrants balancing security with compassion. The consequences would shape millions of lives and America's identity on the world stage for years